I guess you have player selection name.
Adrian
biases. Biases in team selection. Oh, because we set the criteria. The one reason why if you say your sports and your football, no, touch my say, unlike politicians in the country, your constitution say Obi be ebia attorney general as a lawyer.
Okay.
But Obi be sports minister there Obi out with me abe.
Wow.
To some extent and also more because say your sports minister or you're very good in sports Obi to me if not tenacity ama ya a standardized criteria for inviting players into national team.
Yeah.
The player could be Kweku player. Does he meet the standard or not?
Yeah.
But ye Janice inti ama the leeway be abeto ulaya me boy coach onhwe mami near no room
emre bia
ye nim perfect play in qualify inti to some extent before you see greedy do yeah at some point in our national team na Alaji is like 30 onunko players be 8. But nobody criticized because they were top quality. The players in Michael Asian, Sule Muntari, John Pinto, as a much over now criticizing. Bauko for play one, you say play one yardy. Baunim so we have a penny now, no Kurima. The beer was subesh. There was player Biana on a cat yejuma. Who had the entire chinchi and a cat yes, I did. Philemon Bafo. Playing yardy. What did you go last day? I could be about not natural bank. Still not to the extent that. One of the tournament, yeah, ko na boy ni ko boy justify. E wo team na eja ne slot. E be na ka squad ho na players are more better than him. Anybody we oyi oji onu kwa. There are players
structural problem. Enye obi ya odie.
There are players that they could belong to you, but obi able say oh we there. For instance, obi ti say
that's how problem that
obi ti say Baba Rahman o. Ghana for na boni din. But who share a record at club level this year? Inka say no a principle, no general principles so nanka he deserves a call up because the statistics in Europe no are better than all our left backs.
Okay.
But there's a problem when you try to bend the principle. For instance, there's another player, Joseph Pinto.
Yeah.
Onusuni statistics are better than all our wingers.
Yeah.
What drop? So how do you justify say may the club performance na call up? The moment you do that,
yeah, there's no consistency.
Exactly. Oma man for start to
read video now kind. The producers when you know.
Okay, yeah. You see, I don't see anything about come on funny because a country are afraid of football nation. Because you go in there, you should qualify into our senior national team. You should walk into the team. See, so the Ukraine league now. Say, on Maya, you 34 million. Now you're a top scorer. Now one qualifies over boy, and anyone can be as well qualify. See, the Ukraine league now. Say, Kate Moody Ukraine Ghana for. He said the Omadi let a ball player we are to say, oh, why are the watches 6 goals in a match? Oh, if they let by say, why are attack committee. Because this time, so blaster squad. No more in their heart, to say, I do more at time. Okay, because it's a graduation to
we have a total $80,000. We should also not forget, sir, today
the current crop of players that we have in our league, it is unlike baby person.
Who has made it so? Obi ani say obi akwache is go see a fix ya one kind. Better improve. Unless you obey the same thing.
Akasa oko baby a. Plus the player exodus na hit this country. Obi ani so obo utredu abrocha benyeska. You can go and see Division 1 players, Premiership players, not internet. They are sending people to class to come for them.
Wherever there's a will, there's a way. Empress Shadi. Yeah, your money averagely every year you spend $5 million averagely. Ewo Black Star Nkwa. And in fact, if you know structures near so bad, they say apart from Black Star, no coaching national team here in Tiaoka. Oh yes, done any coach Starlet said like Utiye now qualify team now go bonus. One qualify ayoka. And he said, "Yapesi league in here. Me, I always say me FA president. Abambi Obas, I'll just go to him. Say bonuses no. It is the FA that controls the bonuses. So Abayi Kotiswa, Yedbeya Manyosem. So go to the sitting government and tell him, say, I want you to invest $5 million a year no, into our local league.
So how?
Listen, maybe. So $5 million a year no. Don't give it to the FA to distribute to clubs. You're wrong. Club chairman we waju de kotoka obi de ko ware emwa. What we do is say 23 players per team and 30 players per team. Saska no auditor general to dial into the players account. Which is a kotoko has a heart of land blah blah blah. We are chem say okay me player we me $200,000. We have 500 it should fall within the $5 million budget.
Come on.
Then what you do ni say who are buying the country GFA ni say the person develop league ni do baby I will win myself from investing into some betua player come out there the next 4 years no local player is traveling out of this country.
But boss say come nobody to
come na betua oka Ghana players no be Togo $500.
Yeah.
And this abang bem let's say scan a channel into Blackstone and win $5 million a year. Now averagely maybe we have a team averagely Ghana player be $1,000 a month. $700, $800.
Believe me.
Oh yes, I didn't we are. Only if an international. So one register players no. Nti aye addendum contract. Every aka player be a contract who say. So we Premier League now. After signing your contract with the club, the addendum contract says that Ombo Premier League no 4 years you amount to coin. Ompa men sign over co. But once you decide to commit yourselves are buying chair you are staying here for the next 4 years. You know the benefit you are going to get. One, the FA will have the luxury of camping the players for a long time before tournament. And you know, good. This is a Kotokone has whatever. You selected best 23 players from the league. Monday, Omunko camp, Sepramprama. Friday, Omunko Bomo league. You can do that for 6 months, 1 year.
Passes.
After 1 year, start giving them exposure just across our neighboring borders. Kobo Cote d'Ivoire, Kobo Mali, Kobo Burkina. Nashe say, next AFCON they do any impact.
Okay. Okay. The only thing I would add with what can I say? Camp no so no I say improve.
Camp no.
Yes. Facilities in America once again. Because it must go, the facilities must match.
It is true. But my add it a credit to. You see, of course South Africa, they depend on money. So the South Africa did a cooperation agreement with the Bundesliga. Bundesliga. Bundesliga for Abufa DB capitalization. Before we had club Abebo Bundesliga. You will see Kabia Betuadia to Bundesbank and we capital before it be 100 million euros.
Is it the Bank of Ghana?
Who could be a bank? Bundesbank. You really are better to see Kasemu till you. You should see Kasemu said you are registered 36 players. So 36 players in the highest paid player. So highest paid player. Or when you see can you better. You did calculation. Anything about Germany for Muntia and Kofoka. And you know, you need to have for baby. It you say can near their time see the number of years now on their side. Near this says can you're making sure say who what says can the bank. Apart from the capital, yes, near that no. It who was says can facilities. Or but to check hit I don't know soon in account. Okay. It is a month week no swan. You have to pay your player. It is a one player play an first week, second week, third week, you know. Now more alert. Then they use the bonus sikan. Nobody Janeka. And what society declare we say ultimate and compete. And when South Africa for adopted the bill, we need to adopt that in this country. And people,
the FA will be more comfortable with government investment. Oman running a football system full of friends and cronies to the extent that their own rules, you say. Afibia is clubs no present or data that can and nobody forces them. Inti what you are saying is very good, but it won't work in our case because Keta down for a team. We used to also crowd down for a team. than the other team. But Brani Tia Omo, na Omo Kiki Omo. Mama example. Mama example.
Ket is becoming too much. As I was Ket.
On the president.
The FA.
Okay. But I tell you, Ziga, I'm mentioning those who have teams. Say FA any team. Ket in a team. So how do I say FA? I'm mentioning those who have team or secretary team, and I'm giving you an example. League na yebono. Say, who supporters able referee. The FA exercises a discretion in order to curb violence. Say, immediately the executive committee ebe ban stadium even before they charge you.
Yeah.
Recently, was a great team Kobu assistant referee. They didn't charge them. Why? Because they were relegation threatened. One of the chief of staff, Keti Nipanon, they were banning the home ground or relegation. They are collective
justice.
They all can your best, but the sort of chronism now you're creating.
But we say the status of Ghana.
The Ghana League Clubs Association. Those times, no, near your structure in such a way, say, government nominating the patri. Na football community na to no so about na nipa na be president
vice president
nipa obeye you know
Gaka chairman
obeye Gaka chairman automatically becomes the vice chairman of the GFA. That was the constitution tie basa na e magaka power be to be able to hold the FA in check.
Yeah, can't.
But because the FA presidency no pay absolute power nti o be use again FA. Nti say Gaka no my praise singers of the FA. They can't even fight for their own clubs. They do election. The FA president wants his person to be the Gaka chairman. That is the system we are operating. But
Kweku Yeboah can say, me say Kotokone has in the Kutaya League. And then another mechanic. They say, go to Adriana today. People go to Paco. You can be football animals. You follow football. My commentary, They make what I say. No too quiet commentary. I know what I'm talking about today. When we go to Brekum Chelsea, people go to park. Why? Mediama, people go to park. TNA park. Why? Because they are flourishing. Let Kotoko Hearts, the heartbeat of our league, let them flourish. Those days that we used to have a photo finish. Me a ball leaguer, Kotoko, has a score line. You say has to lose a question. And then today that thing is not there.
Perfect.
We don't get people to run Kotoko Hearts. And no Kotoko has no SNK abaya mid table before the power. Kotoko has his side page view. We forget about all this.
Oka semna
mafia tactics. Because there's no
Oka semna na san Daniel Behwe FM. Yo. Time when Hinijamu started Ghana League, you know, because they believe in community impact and the fact that Samimi Yeswedronia me so draw blacks
community.
So what they did was that almost that set up traditional clubs. To go second year Azakes any 11 Wise Uko Cape Cruiser Venomous Vipers Dwarfs House of Folk Go Olympics Kotoko Cornerstones. That was the rationale. Say community teams no, you don't need to go and beg so Bimra Stadium. You see what FA or person in league near there. In Kobe make a conscious me say me FA president town. Member community teams no a quota.
That's when you
the president
the bribe na dey o mi Oscar.
Oh, me
oh. Lawyer Kwame Ntofianko. I'm giving you an example. Lawyer Kwame Ntofianko ni. We are astute football. Kwame. We are astute football administrator. Listen. See two a challenge say. GF about no. Wa wonje bribe na be page on sir. Say na nipa nobody ya. In 2019 about to educate ba power edu bebi no mo $1 physical. Wow. Hey. Nipa na to aba mo ye 124. To do wa candidate no wa Oscar no wa tambe 8 akogu hotel. Mom laptop, mom jerseys, mom footballs. We are president.
Baba say baby o.
Enye. Ye pepe sky ya
ma. Ko US. Baby o ko po e ya aduma dan Kweku Yeboah.
You no quiet.
O see.
Who's on quiet? Uko work up really sure here.